Hey everybody, it's Chainsaw Reacts back once again, another reaction for you guys. It's Scooby-Doo Tuesday, guys. You know what that means. Of course, it means we're here continuing the journey of Scooby-Doo Mystery Incorporated. This is Season 1, Episode 24, Dead Justice. Interesting title, Dead Justice. So, last week's episode was interesting for a couple of different reasons. Number one, Professor Pericles was the villain, per se, of the week. The haunting, the creature, whatever you want to call it. He was behind all of it because he was actually going after Fred's dad, who, for some reason, number two had another piece of that disc that he was searching for because he already had a piece from Professor Pericles and he had it stashed away above his bed in a safe behind a picture or something. He had another piece of the disc. And my first thought is, oh, he found the disc that Shaggy and Scooby were told to hide somewhere, which we don't know where they hid this piece. But Fred's like, yeah, I gave it to them because no one would suspect them. But he has a piece. So something's going on here because Professor Pericles is trying to get that piece. He ultimately does get it and is able to escape. And then Fred is like, well, Dad, you know, what's going on? He's like, well, we took that years ago, blah, blah, blah. It was just for safekeeping. And Fred's like, okay, so I guess this mystery's solved. And Daphne's like, I don't think so. Like, I don't think so either. So something's going on here with these disc pieces and Fred's dad's involvement or whatever's going on, and what's ever happened to Professor Pericles and the original Mission Incorporated. Like, there's so much going on in my head. It's like, what is happening? So, it was a really interesting episode for sure, and I really just, like, I need to know. So anyways, with this, after this episode, we'll have 2 more episodes in Season 1, and we'll be complete, and we'll be done with Scooby-Doo Mystery Incorporated, and then, of course, we have all of Season 2, so thankfully we have another season to look forward to. But we have 3 more episodes, including this one today. So let's dive in. I'm excited as hell. Let's go, guys. Season 1, Episode 24, Dead Justice. Let's go.
It is a pretty complicated trap.
That's exactly why it'll
Why do we need one?
What's wrong with this thing?
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Fred, he's getting
Such a weird... Okay.
My trap's working.
And now it's working. Too late. Of course.
Told you.
Of course.
Later.
Whoa. What?
See you around, Sheriff.
Okay. He was like Ghost Rider, kinda. Like a version of Ghost Rider.
Who is this Dead Justice guy? Oystery shells. The seafood littering in this town is out of control.
If he had succeeded in destroying the town's water, like we may never have bathed again.
We don't bathe now.
Like quiet, Scoob.
Heck, I've won the Crimey. Crystal Cove's Crime Stopper of the
Crimey?
Year Award 27 times.
What the fuck? Oh.
Hey, what the? I just want to get this over with so I can catch a movie.
You want to see a movie?
Think maybe we'll be up there someday winning a Crimey?
Not a doubt, Freddy.
215th Crime Stopper
Okay.
of the Year Award.
Wow.
May I have the envelope, please? Dead Justice.
I
Wow.
didn't even know he was eligible.
Trophies is for sissy folk. I'm just
Sissy
doing my
folk.
job. I ain't in this game for a pat on the back. I'm in it for justice.
Justice. Cool horse, by the way.
You can't give the award to him. He ain't even alive. Never stopped me from giving it to you before.
Oh my
That was a
god.
joke.
Oyster shells! This is a parking lot, not a raw bar.
Why is there oyster shells?
Calls himself the Night Ranger. He writes a blog
Night
about
Ranger.
how much he doesn't like me.
I don't think it's him. I think it's too easy. I feel like it's the other cop.
This Night Ranger turns out to have something to do with Dead Justice. Does that
Yeah.
mean we have to give back our oysters?
Well, I don't think so.
No way.
Didn't anyone ever tell you that curiosity can get you dead?
Oh, dead.
I shoot to kill.
Odd way to kind of cut over there to the back.
It's time we had a little...
What do you trespassers want?
We're here to see the sheriff.
A gun.
Sheriff's
Holy
in
crap.
bed.
It's about dead justice.
Bunch of teenagers and a dog.
Tell her to go away. Oh, what do you
Oh
want?
my god.
We need you to tell us everything you know about
I
Dead
didn't
Justice.
expect this.
What's the point? Well, then one day a left-handed gunslinger named Iron Will Williamson rode into Crystal Cove.
Oh boy. Yep. Impossible, but okay. my god. Holy crap, okay.
Dead Justice slapped the cuss on Nitro as they both sank into a lake of molten fire.
Oh my god.
Dead Justice was a lefty?
Duh. Everyone knows that.
He's
It's
not a
Dead
lefty,
Justice
is he?
101.
They're just not lefty
Well, the
now.
ghost who just shot at us?
Scooby-Doo's right.
Yeah, it
Then
ain't
let's
him.
go
It's
check
that
him
other
out.
cop.
I call shotgun.
Let's split up and look for clues.
It's weird that he's a part of that. You know what I'm saying? It's just a little weird that the sheriff's there.
Horses eat hay.
Dead Justice has a horse.
Yeah, but it's too convenient. Okay.
Night Ranger's Dead Justice. I'm sure of it. No, he ain't. Yes, he is.
Oh, shit.
No, he ain't. Now I'm gonna kill you. Sheriff Stone,
Okay.
you're the worst lawman this side of heaven and Hades.
He sucks at aiming.
Night Ranger, you saved us.
Dimpled Panamanian gargoyles, Fred. What is going on?
What is he doing out there?
What are you doing here?
Effective immediately, Dead Justice will be heading up the Crystal Cove.
Oh my god.
But it isn't Sheriff Stone's fault.
Like your first name is Sheriff.
Mama, she planned ahead.
She planned it all
This
out.
is gonna break.
We owe it to the sheriff to solve this mystery.
You better solve it. 'Cause I need to know if I'm right. If it's... I think it's him.
Just back away slowly.
Why is he wearing a bag?
Sheriff!
You really think we can prove who's behind this Dead Justice business?
How so?
And I know how.
How? Brought him back?
Nice to see you again, Dead
How?
Justice. What's the matter, Dead Justice? You look like you've seen a
Oh shit.
Away from me!
That's interesting. I wasn't expecting that.
You're busted, dude.
Really complicated trap. Okay, good. About to say, is he gonna get away? I was right. I was kind of hoping I was wrong.
You were like a father to me!
Bucky failed every one of his promotion exams.
My
but it
God.
wasn't just his grades that got me thinking.
He disguised himself as the ghost of Dead Justice and chased down
Yeah.
the town's most wanted.
How he created those bullets.
CGI. I programmed a laser pointer
How?
to simulate the
Oh,
Bucky would have gotten away with it if it hadn't have been for us meddling kids.
yeah.
Maybe a little thank you might be,
Maybe.
That's great.
He cares, Fred. In his own
It doesn't
way.
seem like he does. It doesn't seem like
I
it.
know, Dad. And I don't want anyone to ever take your place.
Aw, that's sweet.
What are you
Oh my
doing?
gosh.
Daphne, will you ride shotgun with me?
If you're asking me to marry you, oh, Freddie, yes. You trapped me at hello.
I don't think that's what he asked. He's just hanging out. This was a very different type of episode for Scooby-Doo Mission Incorporated because normally we have a villain of the week, and we kind of had that with Dead Justice, the return of Dead Justice, but essentially he was basically taking over the role of the sheriffs in terms of like just taking out bad guys or whatever, and then of course getting in Mission Incorporated's way, you know, telling Scooby-Doo and the gang that if you keep, you know, like looking into this, all that kind of stuff, I'm gonna kill you or whatever, like basically threatening them, but he's actually helping the town. But it's because of who it actually was. And I actually have the voice cast pulled up here. Deputy Buckner. It was him that wanted the job, that wanted to actually be sheriff, and so he created Dead Justice back from the dead. And he apparently he was a real guy that came into Crystal Cove a long time ago. And just the backstory of it was just so strange because he just became sheriff. He like shot his gun so fast in that bank, it just makes no sense. And he took out all those guys in regards to their weapons, and he's Dead Justice. Then there's this guy, and actually I pull up here, Nitro Wazinski. I think that's the how you pronounce that, Wazinski. Yeah, Nitro Wazinski. He was the thorn in Dead Justice's side that he could not get rid of, and he chased them all the way to an active volcano. Well, not active, but it had like boiling lava in the volcano, and he cuffed Nitro before they succumbed to the lava. I don't know. Such a strange thing. But what's also strange, too, is finding out, because his name is Sheriff Stone, his first name is Sheriff. What? His first name, that's his first name. And his mother, who's Ruby Stone, Florence Henderson, who voiced, she pointed a gun at the gang. She pointed a gun at them. what? Like, what the hell? Like, I was surprised, and it was in the shadow, but you knew what it was. You knew because the way she was holding it. I think you heard it cock at one point, so you heard the noise. It's a gun. It's a fucking shotgun. Double barrel. And then we actually see it. After she lowers it, and we see it in the light, but she had a gun pointed at them. I'm like, I'm surprised they were able to get away with that, because a lot of animated shows nowadays, you can't show a gun like that. They were showing guns in that flashback or whatever in terms of like classic like revolvers or whatever during the Western times in Dead Justice, the backstory. But normally you don't show weapons. You don't. And in the instance of Dead Justice, well, Dead Justice using his weapon, it was all CGI and used some sort of laser pointer or something in the gun to make it look like he had these ghost bullets or something. It was kind of a cool effect, I'll admit that. So I was like, are they going to ask that question? Thankfully they did ask. So how did you have those ghost bullets? Like, how did they pull it off? CGI. It's all CGI. I'm like, is that all you're going to say? And thankfully they went a little further. And oh yeah, there's like a laser thing. The design of Dead Justice was really cool. Great voice, by the way. It's all Carlos Alez. I'm not trying to pronounce his last name. I'm already going to butcher his last name. But Carlos voiced Deputy Buckner, Nitro, and the opening of this episode was strange. Thankfully it all tied in regards to Fred using this really intricate trap, because the beginning of the episode, they're chasing Piranha Goat. I don't know if this was a villain from a past iteration of Scooby-Doo, or they just wanted to create something so ridiculous as Piranha Goat. The design was strange. But Carlos voiced all three: Piranha Goat, Deputy Buckner, and Nitro, and Powers Booth, Dead Justice. Okay, so I didn't recognize Powers Booth's name. Powers Booth is a phenomenal actor. He was a phenomenal actor. He unfortunately passed away a number of years ago, but he was the villain of Tombstone, what I consider to be the best movie of all time. My favorite movie of all time is Tombstone, and he was the villain. Powers Booth was phenomenal in that film. So it's cool that he was voiced. Unfortunately, I didn't hear, but I need to go back and listen, and I'll probably hear it as soon as I hear it. In terms of like listening again, like, oh, that's Powers Booth for sure, because sometimes voices don't click in my head; they just don't click right away. And then once I know who it is, it clicks after knowing. So, but good stuff there. So we had this one character, and I forget his name, but he was just some guy who he never spoke. He punches hay in his house. He tore down a wall in his house to save Scooby and the gang, and he's just a cool guy apparently. Some cool guy. I have no idea. Okay, we're seeing more of Crystal Cove or whatever, and we found this thing called the Crimey Awards or whatever, where like Sheriff Stone gets it every single year. And of course, Dead Justice wins this year, but then he gets it at the end and everything. I'm like, okay, so there's always this is the 215th Crimey Awards. I'm like, okay, I didn't think this was actually a thing, but I mean, Crystal Cove is such a weird place. It would make sense that there's some weird shit going on in regards to a Crimey Awards. Also, too, when they got out of that guy's house and Dead Justice showed up, out of nowhere, because it seems like that guy's house they were kind of spying on, they thought he was Dead Justice. Like, it's not this random dude with this really cool car shucking clams. It's not him. But when they're leaving, and it seems like they're off the beaten path at this house, the mayor, Fred Zatt, just walks up, just out of nowhere, and fires him. He said, I don't have to pay Dead Justice any money. I don't have to pay him anything. It's a free job now. At the end of the episode, Fred makes a point to say, if it wasn't for us, we wouldn't have stopped Dead Justice and everything, so you want to thank us? Like, I hear you, I'm going to go to a meeting. But works that way. And then he kept walking away. And then Fred has a moment of emotion, which is not normal for Fred in this iteration. Now, Fred, I think, in the past iterations has not really had feelings. It's not the kind of person he is. You know he tries. So he grabs like an onion ring or calamari or something, a little like a bigger than the finger, and puts it on Daphne. He says, will you be next to me? Will you ride shotgun with me, or whatever he said? Like, will you be by my side forever? He's not asking you to, I mean, I don't know. Was he asking him to marry? I have no idea, because he's like, because she's like, are you asking me to marry you? Yes, Fred, yes. It's like, she said yes. They're not even graduated yet. Oh boy. And he's like, wait, after graduation, right? And he's like, I don't know what that means, but sure, like, Fred, how do you not know that? Fred's a special person. Fred's a special guy. Anything else in particular I need to mention in this episode? I think I pretty much covered it all. I think I pretty much covered everything. I mean, I wasn't expecting to see with Piranha Goat. I'm like, I don't know where we're going with this. And then here comes Dead Justice. And, you know, I'll say this too. I like the fact that we had, like, it was a little bit of a different episode because it wasn't necessarily a villain. I mean, it was ultimately because it was another officer, Deputy Buckner, who was portraying Dead Justice. So in a sense, he was trying to get rid of Sheriff Stone and keep his, and to get his job. And so it was all a ploy. So since, yeah, you could say villain, but also he was actually going after criminals, right? But that turning point where Sheriff Stone was wearing the Nitro Wazinski outfit or whatever, it actually scared Dead Justice. I like the fact that it was a turn, like, because, okay, so if you're back from the dead, back from the grave, you wouldn't be shocked if someone else is. Like, he ran away screaming, and also, too, they made the point, Dead Justice, well, this Dead Justice is right-handed, and the actual guy himself, he was left-handed. So, big difference there. So, of course, he wasn't actually back. I mean, look, if they actually brought back somebody from the dead like that, that'd be crazy as hell. But we've learned on this show that's never the case. Never happens. Oh, one thing. So, well, two little small things. The first small thing is that Sheriff Stone's mom planned for him to be a sheriff. That's why she named him Sheriff. That's his first name, because she had planned for him to become sheriff. She had it all figured out. Number two, I wasn't expecting Sheriff Stone to have a little bed with his, like, very sheriff-esque pajamas and, like, police lights or whatever on his bed. I wasn't prepared for that, but it was funny. So, yeah, overall, interesting episode. Wasn't sure what to expect, but I liked it. I liked the fact that it was different, and it was funny, and we got 2 more episodes, and that's it. And then that's it for Scooby-Doo season 1 of Scooby-Doo Mystery Incorporated. It's done. It's kind of crazy to say that. So, what do you guys think of the episode? I'm curious to know your thoughts. Whatever thoughts you have about this episode, guys, please let me know in the comments below. I will talk to you guys soon. Peace out.